Hey, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Happy Talkie Tuesday. My name is Dori Patrick. I'm a mixed media artist and maker living and working in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. How are you guys? I try to check in once a week and share little bits of my creative life with you, the good, the bad, the ugly. Today is a bad hair day, so it was a pull it back into some space buns, throw a headband on, and we're good to go. This is how I go to the gym, so you know that it's a bad hair day today. Anyway, like you care. Welcome, welcome. And I'm sorry this is a little shaky, this little greeting. I've got you on my phone because things are just cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs around here. Super busy with just lots of little things happening. My show that was up for about a month or so, yeah, called We Belong to One Another, came down just this morning, and it's time for a new show down there in the gallery. So I've got all my paintings back, and some of them have sold. So I'm going to be busy sorting through those and getting them to the right people. I am editing videos like crazy because, as you have heard, I started a Patreon last month. And thank you to everyone who has joined. I really appreciate it. I think we're going to have a lot of fun. Um, so, the Patreon is all about art journaling and altered books. It's all content about my practice and the way I work in my books. And it's exclusive content that you don't see here on the YouTube channel. So I do share a little bit of my journaling practice here on the YouTube channel, which that's what this video is going to be. But the stuff on the Patreon is exclusive. It's like a little secret club, kind of a cool secret club. I'll put some info in the show notes for you. But I wanted to just pop in and say hi. I hope you all are doing great. Spring has sprung here. It's time for me to probably get out and get busy in my yard too. Um, Things are growing like crazy. So yeah, there's lots to do. And I love being busy. It keeps me out of trouble. That's what my husband tells me anyway. And he likes me to be out of trouble. Yeah, fun stuff. My summer schedule is starting to shape up. I've been invited to a few shows and have accepted, and I'll probably share that when we get a little closer to some of the dates. It really kicks off in a couple of weeks. I'm doing a little show here in Cedar Rapids called Pots, Plants, and Prints. If you're in the area, please come out. We're going to be in the Cherry Building on the first floor. It's going to be so much fun. There are a lot of fun, cool artists that are going to be selling there. So, come out for that if you can. So I'm making stuff for that. Everything is kind of has an Earth Day theme. So I'm having fun doing flowers and I did some sunshine shadow boxes. Um, yeah, just having lots of fun with that. So this week's video, we are going to do a journal with me video. As you know, every month at our art journal jam, we draw a prompt, and this is my response to that prompt. And I'm working in this. Can you see it? Strathmore Mixed Media Art Journal. Um, and I have worked in these before in different variances. This is the soft cover mixed media journal, and I really like it. It kind of took me a little bit to get used to it. Um, the paper is gorgeous. It's thick and you can get like super juicy with it. It's really fun to work in. So, um, I think you'll enjoy it. I hope you do. The prompt again was something every time. I know I say this every time, you guys, but the prompts, I start off going, what am I going to do with this prompt? And then somehow they work out. So I'm learning to just go with it. Just go with it and see what happens. And I'm pretty delighted with how this one turned out. I hope you are too. So I hope you enjoyed the process, and I will see you again next week. Bye bye. Okay, and here we go. This is voiceover Dori. Welcome to the work table. Okay, we are going to get started in this Strathmore Mixed Media sketchbook. I work from front to back in my books. That's a quirk of mine. So the next page that I turned to had this green and yellow paint on it, which doesn't really go with the theme, our prompt, which you'll find out here in a second. So I wanted to push a lot of it back with some white gesso. I didn't mind a little bit of it peeking through, but, you know, I just needed to push a lot of it back. That is a brush with a pencil on the end. Isn't that cool? So I was scratching into the gesso. It was leaving a mark, but mostly the texture of running through the thick gesso. So here's our prompt this month, guys. Cherry red and dotted. I know a lot of you know we have an art journal jam at our local art museum, and every month we draw a prompt. We draw one color and one adjective, and then whoever feels like just running with the theme, we do, and then we share it the next month, and it's super fun. It's so much fun to see what everyone comes up with. And like I said, with all of these prompts, I never know what the heck I'm going to do. So I just start. I've learned now to just go with the flow and not question. Don't worry about the outcome. Just enjoy the process. So I've got a red Prismacolor colored pencil doing some scribbles. And then this is a Caran d'Ache Neocolor 2 crayon. You know I love those. So yummy. They just lay down color so well. A lot of people ask me, why do I like the Neocolor ones and why don't I use them more? And Neocolor ones are permanent, and of course Neocolor 2s are water soluble, and I do like them. Sometimes I do want just a permanent mark, and I'll use them when they're handy. But I just really love the creaminess of these Neocolor 2s. So I put up with the fact that they move around and they get kind of messy. I sort of like that. That was matte varnish, by the way, that I was brushing over those red marks to kind of seal them in and smear them a little. So now I'm getting to the bottom of this tube of pink paint. I think it's called Rose Pink by Liquitex. I love pink and red together so much. So I knew from the beginning there was going to be some pink in here with this cherry red prompt. I love them together. And of course, it's always good to have your handy dandy hair dryer. I did remember to edit out some of the drying this time. I think there's a little drying here and there, but I cut some of it out so you didn't have to watch me blow on my journal all afternoon with my hair dryer. Okay, one thing I knew for sure was that I was going to use this paper. This was in my drawer of red papers. I have had it forever. I think it came in a gift. It was tissue paper. And of course, it's cherry red and it's dotted, so it was a no-brainer. The bottom part, those are more translucent. That's straight up tissue paper. The ones up at the top that are kind of white in the background, that's the tissue paper glued to some white paper. So it's a little brighter, not see-through like the other pieces. But I'm getting down to the bottom of this pile of this dotted paper. So I am excited that I'm using it up. And I'm just kind of playing around here with my collage papers. I cut a dot out of that red paper. And then another thing I love to do is take the remnants, the scraps that are left after you cut something out. I love to incorporate those too. I think they're really interesting. So I cut some dots out and then glued those scraps down. And here is where I am kind of pawing through an old sketchbook and looking for something that catches my eye that I could use in this spread. And I decided on these two little girls that I had sketched. Gosh, I don't even know how long ago. They have been in that sketchbook for a few years at least. I think I drew them with colored pencil and maybe some crayon. But what drew me to them was that cherry red, the red hair and then the red cheeks on the other girl. I just thought, oh, they're going to be so cute here. And, this is another way to, use your sketchbook art. These two little girls, they're fine sitting in a sketchbook, but I feel like they're kind of given a little more prominent place by being in my journal in this spread, if that makes sense. It kind of just makes them even more special. They're so cute together. I still kind of don't really know what's gonna happen. I'm just playing around. There's another scrap of that red. So now I've kind of got a little house there, and you'll see where that goes in a little bit. And there is the remnant that was around those little girls that I cut out. It had a lot of juicy little marks that I love, and so I glued that down too. It's sort of an echo of, I think it's a cool way to do a repeat, but not a repeat, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm making any sense today, you guys. Probably not. This was a loose drawing that I found in my flat file cabinet. I think I had a peony from the garden, and I did a whole bunch, just one right after the other, like blind contour drawings. And I would time myself, and I would use different tools. And this was in that little pile. And I thought, well, he's cute. He can go in this spread too. So we're going to glue him down. And you'll see here in a little while how we zhuzh that up so it shows up a little more, but it really fits quite nicely there. I think I was envisioning this giant peony and then this little house living in the shade of this giant peony. That kind of made me smile. And now I have some fluorescent yellow. This is a brand new bottle. I just haven't even opened it yet. I don't know how well it shows up, but the drawing with the little girls, there are some scribbles of fluorescent yellow pencil around and on them, and so I am responding to that. And so I took some of my fluorescent yellow fluid acrylic, added a teensy bit of titanium white, and I decided to color in that peony so that it will pop on the page. I spritzed it with some water to pull back some of the paint, and then I thought, well, I've pulled back too much, so now I'm going to go back in and fill it. So it's kind of a dance. I do a lot of that, dancing back and forth. Put it on, take it off, put it on, take it off. It's kind of fun. And then you just kind of smooshed a little yellow on the other parts of the pages just to sort of make it a little more harmonious. And then this is a green, and it's a brand new little tub of paint too. I'm like opening all my new paints for this video here. It's permanent green light, I believe, and I had a little of the yellow and white left over, so I kind of mixed it on that little wrapper and painted in the stem and a few little leaves. That is one of my favorite greens as well. I really love green gold, and I love this permanent green light. And I love mixing them too. I didn't do it this time, but I really love mixing them to make my own shade of green as well. And we're drying. Thank goodness for that hair dryer. And here is my favorite supply of all time, clear gesso. You probably are bored with me singing the praises of clear gesso by now, but I probably am never going to stop. I love to coat the whole spread so that I can come back and doodle on top of everything that I've put in here. And the thing with the clear gesso is you really want to let it dry thoroughly before you get started. So I think I came back later in the afternoon. Okay, this little amazing that I'm gluing down. I don't know if you follow me on the socials, you may have seen I am currently obsessed with free motion doodling on my sewing machine. So I'm drawing loosely with my sewing machine and I'm practicing, and I just wrote the word that came to mind when I was working on this spread, and so I just wrote the word amazing. At this point, I don't even know why I didn't have anything in mind, really. I just decided, okay, I'm going to write amazing and put it in there. And so it's a piece of raw canvas that I painted and then stitched that on. And then you can see we made the peony pop a little more with some magenta Prismacolor colored pencil. I love how that looks now. It just really pops. And then I just take a deeper yellow and sort of scribble here and there. I love a scribble. It is so satisfying to scribble. Helps me take out my frustrations. And that gesso helps me lay down more crayon too. So I'm coloring in the little windows of our quirky little house. And I'm deciding on a pencil, it looks like. And I draw in a few more quirky little houses. It's like a quirky little fairy village. And they all live under the giant peony that shades them. And of course, the other little girl needed cheeks, so we gave her some pink cheeks. That was a Posca pen. This is Posca pen as well. I love this part of an art journal. I mean, I love all parts of art journaling, but the part where I can just sink into playing with all the little details, this is the fun part for me. And I decide that the message, "You are amazing," is what we're going to put on the page. That's a deep blue Prismacolor pencil. I don't know exactly what color, but it's kind of a darker blue. Because you are amazing. And then I come over to those houses and decide we're going to make some of them pop a little more as well. And I can see that I am getting to the end because I start slowing down. When I start not able to think of what else to do next, that's kind of when I know a page is pretty much done. And we are almost there. Of course, I have to dot with the Posca pen. I love that. This is all about the dots. For sure. A few more little details on our cute little village. And this spread is done. And here you go, friends. Here is a close-up of a few of those little details. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I really enjoyed the process. It was a lot of fun. And I thank you so much for being here with me today. If you feel like you want to take these prompts and run with them, please do. I would love to see what you come up with. And I know the fellow jammers would love to see it too. So do try it. All right, friends, thanks for being here. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.